What's up, guys? I'm here about to nail my SmackDown review, so let's kick it. Well, to kick off Friday Night SmackDown, it was in Portland, Oregon home, Portland Trail Blazers. And look who was standing on this balcony. It looked like there was somebody standing up there. It looked like an action figure for a second or two. But surprisingly, it was The Undertaker. The Undertaker stands up there waiting for Kane's appearances, apparently. And he comes there looking up on the balcony. It looks so crazy.
Apparently awaiting the arrival of his brother Kane following the treacherous betrayal.
And that's what happened so far. That's what we were waiting for, apparently. So apparently it wasn't too surprising for most of us that Paul Bearer betrayed The Undertaker trying to earn his life. I didn't really catch that from a second or two. That did look confusing for a second or two to me, but I was confused, but I knew it was going to happen. Paul Bearer turn on The Undertaker. Everybody, frankly, saw it coming. But the commentaries, took a job to make it look like a big deal, because it's a big deal to some other fans. And Teddy Long announces that we're going to have the Big Show's captain of SmackDown, but the Big Show may betray SmackDown. That's what I'm thinking may happen. He's going to want to betray SmackDown, and his whole scouting shebang is just going to be a baloney waste. And I think that's just going to be totally baloney if the Big Show betrays SmackDown like that. Like, that's just totally ridiculous. Like, he's just going to keep jumping him from betrayal to betrayal until he retires. Give me a break, man. So apparently they have a solid team for Raw. They announced their team for Raw: CM Punk, Morrison, Miz, Santino, Truth, and Sheamus. Sorry, I forgot to do a Raw review. My review was too long, and I don't know what happened to the rest of my clips that I nailed, so I'm about to do a review anyway. So anyway, the Big Show, is making the decision of recruiting players, and he's going to have matches for bragging rights, just like how Team Raw did. And I think that's even better than just throwing in some random recruits, apparently. So, we'll see what happens. So, apparently we get into a match. It was Cody Rhodes against Rey Mysterio. Apparently, Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio put off an epic match, because Cody Rhodes is also a cruiserweight. Rey Mysterio, another cruiserweight, but looks a lot bigger, because, he's smaller for his size. Looks big for his size, apparently. And I guess that match did very good. Cody Rhodes nailing that knee bash, and it was great. Cody Rhodes getting a good upper hand, and his moves are so great. And his gimmick is actually pretty epic. I really like his gimmick, but I think it's really improved a lot. He tries to avoid the face, his dashing face. And Cody Rhodes tries to get upper hand, pull off 1, 2, 3, gets a kick out, and Cody Rhodes getting a good upper hand. But we all know what happened at the end. Apparently, Rey Mysterio puts off an epic finisher, eventually later on in the match. So apparently he gets knee to the face from a 619 eventually soon. So that's what happened. Rey Mysterio gets the win. Whoa, look at Jackson Cody Rhodes tries to pull off the avoidance right there. I mean he tries to nail off his move. And I thought he was going to try a crossroads, but then Rey Mysterio counters. And eventually he nails it to the face. And apparently that's what brings him to victory. Not surprising, 1, 2, 3. And Rey Mysterio goes to Team. So apparently the Big Show joins his comedy to see one of his further matches. See who's going to join Team SmackDown. So apparently we get most valuable Pep MVP against the All-American, American, Jack Swagger. Sorry, I just love the tongue twist and stuff. So apparently Jack Swagger with his eagle ringside, so with Jack Swagger with his eagle ringside, MVP, pulls up an upper hand, a good upper hand so far. MVP goes around, tries to throw an eagle to the side. Apparently, Jack Swagger eventually soon gets him some retribution, near the end of the match for that. And Michael Cole jumps up like, what the heck was that? That was very surprising. So Jack Swagger gets a retribution, makes MVP tap, and he gets the victory. What a pretty surprise. The match was very good. MVP Jack Swagger had been feuding ever since ECW. Been almost the same thing, but Jack Swagger, luckily enough, was able to pull the win, and it was impressive. So we get Chris Masters, and luckily enough, his opponent is Alberto Del Rio. So we get two submission wrestlers going at it. I thought the match was great. Alberto Del Rio versus Chris Masters. Apparently we saw his personal ring announcer, and apparently he'll think it was great. I love Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer. If they're planning on getting tired of the ring announcer, I don't know how Alberto Del Rio will be introduced, but hopefully they don't like get so into the ring announcer that they could just, they don't care, then they could just let the ring announcer go on. Hopefully that happens. So apparently Alberto Del Rio and Chris Masters, pulling off an epic match, pulling off two submission wrestlers going at it, like I said. Alberto Del Rio gets a good upper hand. Chris Masters gets a good upper hand in the match. And apparently soon Chris Masters, somehow overcomes with his shoulder injury. Oh, getting a good clothesline. But eventually soon Chris Masters tries the master lock. Alberto Del Rio winds up countering to his own submission move after the good upper hand. And Chris Masters eventually soon has to tap out. Oh, man. What a good match with Alberto Del Rio. He goes to Team SmackDown. I'm glad he's going to bragging rights to brag the rights of Team SmackDown. Alberto Del Rio pull off very epic. He tries to shake Big Show's hand. Big Show tries to shake his hand. He winds up winking. And apparently he walks away. And I gotta say, that was impressive. Alberto Del Rio's been really making an impact. Hopefully becomes a future world champion. Going at it in this match, and apparently we get a little seg with Vicky and Caitlyn watching together. Vicky gets surprised that Caitlyn is standing right next to her. Caitlyn tries to look away, but hey. So anyway, Big Show tries to get a good focus on the match to see who's going to bragging rights. I know Big Show doesn't care that much because the commentators ask those ridiculous, useless questions. So, quite frankly, we get Edge and Ziggler. Edge and Ziggler pulled off a great match. I think that was great chemistry. I thought Dolph Ziggler was going to pull through and pull a victory. I would have been pissed. And I want to see Edge win because CM Punk, the new Equating superstar going to Raw, is on the bragging rights team. So I want to see Edge on the bragging rights team. To see Edge and CM Punk go at it and butt heads, quite frankly. And I think that would be epic. So, apparently we get a good match with Edge and Ziggs, and I think this is where the suspense began, eventually a little bit later on, where we see a big impact from Ziggler, and I think it was impressive. Ziggler nailing the zigzag on the steel stairs. And here's a little, I gotta take you and see it in slow motion. That was just epic. Look at that. Check it out. Boom! And that just brought a lot of suspense to this match. Is it going to be a count out? Or, it looked so close to be a count out, and I think that was impressive. That was impressive. I was really impressed. Ziggler made a heck of an impact in that match. And I think, very, very impressive, apparently. So, wind up at the end with, Edge nailing a big spear off the turnbuckle, apparently. And that's what happened. He catches him. He tries to nail a move off the turnbuckle, apparently. And, he tries to zigzag. Oh, my word! That was just terrific. That was just excellent. Ziggler tries to move off the turnbuckle, tries to jump, and catches him, nails the spear. That was just sick. You gotta see that in slow motion. That was just terrific. You gotta see that. Here's what happened in slow motion. That was just terrific. I was impressed with that match. That match really rocked the house. People who think that match wasn't that great, you gotta be kidding me. That just rocked the house. That match really rocked the house. Ziggler has been impressive. Hopefully he gets a future push. He just rocked the house. I was impressed. So apparently we get this 5-minute match, and that 5-minute match was great. And Big Show was kind of a little bit acting heel a little bit, but I wouldn't say he was a heel too much. And look at this brutality. Look at the punishment the Big Show had to take. Look at that smack. Boom! That was just a wine bag. Just feel the pain. And Big Show was just putting all this brutality and punishment on that guy. That was just an excellent, oh my god, submission hold. And Caval is just really survived. I mean, look at that guy showing a lot of heart and audacity. I mean, I was just very impressed with that. And Big Show and Caval pulling off great chemistry in that match. And I think it was surprising. I thought that Caval was going to make it. But I'll be surprised if he did make it, hopefully. So, I was really impressed. Caval tries to fight back, apparently. Caval tries to fight back, quite frankly. And apparently, Caval did, man, that match was just so impactful. But eventually, he tries to choke slam. And oh my god, Caval fights back. That was impressive. I was going to be glad he was going to Team SmackDown. But I wasn't too happy about that. But look what happened after that. It wasn't very impressive. So the whole, shenanigan didn't end here. And, they get some random jobber. Tyler Rex. His old alias, Gabe Tough. From... So they didn't throw him into NXT rookie. They threw him as a straight-up superstar as a recruit. And this Tyler Rex guy, I thought it was Gabe Tough, but surprisingly, Teddy Long tries to, after Caval, Teddy Long tries to save Caval from into a match. And Caval, what is wrong with that guy? He's going to continue fighting? He's, completely nuts. And it's stupid how they've been treating Caval lately. It's like, where are they going with this? What are they trying to build him here? I mean, Caval gets a good upper hand. I thought he was going to get an immediate win and show an immediate job, but luckily enough, Rich Tyrus does this big finishing move. I was watching this, I was like, are you joking? But the finishing move was very impressive. I was just pissed off there how the end of this match went down. I wasn't too impressed about that. But I think it was great. Tyler Rex pulled off an impressive match, but I was too pissed that Caval gets removed from Brian Rice, and he's on the team. Big Show's going to betray SmackDown, so it wouldn't really matter anyway. I just want Caval to win a match. And Lake Holder, and Caval to, reunite. It's just totally ridiculous and totally sad that they demurred and Caval, Lake Holder's just back to the same crap that they've been doing since November. It's 2009, and it's just totally ridiculous and pathetic. I wouldn't say pathetic, but it's just totally sad. So hopefully Caval gets eventually a future winner, can get back in the bragging rights. I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see what happens. Now we get Cody Rhodes and Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston from West Africa, and he's coming out with this Jamaican gimmick. What's up with that? If Kofi Kingston's going to turn heel, we'll see if his head gets shaved bald at some point. But in McIntyre and Kofi, we've been seeing each other go at it again and again. But hopefully this is a one-time match, not an ongoing feud. But with Kofi turning heel, I don't think it would do anything different. the superstars are already doing great as they are. But if they plan on doing it as the year progresses with the trades and going to Raw and see who can, get these heel face turns, we'll see what happens. But that match was impressive. Drew McIntyre, he tries to counter. Whoa, what a good impressive match. The match did very good, and they were pretty epic. And look at that. He nails his Trouble in Paradise. You gotta see that in slow motion. That was just ridiculously sick. You check that out. Boom! Very impressive, man. And Kofi gets the win. That match was great. They've been pulling out some great chemistry in that match. Kofi Kingston goes to bragging rights. I hope Big Show doesn't betray SmackDown. If he betrays SmackDown, bragging rights is ridiculous, and it's really they're making bragging rights suck now. The storyline writers are just being so ridiculous, making Big Show betray SmackDown. What's up with that? But hey, I give a toast to Kofi going to Team SmackDown.